Today, we are going to unveil the untold story of agriculture in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Here is Ibadan Expressway, and we're going to take a turn into the road that links us to Abeokuta. Guess what? In my NYSC days, I served right in Abeokuta, and I can tell you that I know a lot more than you can imagine. Did you know that the famous Ofada rice, one of the Nigerians' most loved delicacies, actually has its roots right here in Abeokuta, Ogun State? Now, from the 1830s, Abeokuta has grown into a powerhouse of agriculture, producing rice, cassava, cocoa, palm oil, and more. In today's video, we'll take a deep 30 minutes dive into the year-by-year story of agriculture in Abeokuta. We're going to uncover hidden facts, major milestones, and why this city is called the heartbeat of Ogun State in agriculture. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll see Abeokuta not just a city of history and culture, but as a land that continues to feed Nigerians. Now, we're going to look out on the Egbas. Let's talk about the Egbas. Abeokuta was founded around 1830 by Egba refugees led by Chief Sodike. The name Abeokuta means under the rock, and it was first called Oko Adagba. That's the Oko Adagba farmstead. And then, earlier, after some years, the earlier settlers cultivated yam, cassava, maize, and kola nut. And in the 1850s, missionaries introduced rice and cotton, setting the stage for future agro trade. Now, by the early 20s, the 20th century, Abeokuta had become a more agricultural trade hub. Farmers supplied rice, cassava, cocoa, shea butter, palm oil, kola nuts to markets across West Africa. Now, cotton weaving and indigo dyeing also flourished, giving Abeokuta an edge in both food and craft industries. Now, let's look at the institution that had dealt with agriculture. We have the FUNAB campus, Ogun River Basin Project, and after independence, agriculture in Abeokuta modernized with government-backed farm settlements. Now, the Osun River Basin Development Authority brought irrigation and rural development projects, which in the 1988, the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, FUNAB, was established and training thousands of agricultural scientists and entrepreneurs. So, if I tell you about Abeokuta, you know that I know a lot more about the history. In 2011, Ogun State launched a bold mechanization drive that helped both the government and then the indigene of this state. And by 2013, the government unveiled 86 units of tractor and harvesters and planters in Abeokuta. So the new plantation sprang up, the rice, the tomatoes, that's tomatoes in Kotompo, cashew in Ikpokia, cocoa, and palm oil in particular. Now you can see how rich this particular location seems to be like. Now, everybody who look at Abeokuta, they understand that Abeokuta is rich in all of this. And if you don't know, thank God you are connected to this video. If you haven't subscribed yet to this YouTube channel, please do that right now. Turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post right on the Heart to Heart TV. Follow us up on all of our social media platforms and make sure you stay tuned to watch a lot more that we have here. Now, one of the biggest agricultural legacies of Abeokuta is Ofada rice. Now, take this from me. You know, this particular rice was named after a small town near Abeokuta. And Ofada rice is a locally grown, unpolished, aromatic variety. Like, Ofada rice has its own smell, has its own taste. It's quite different. And the good thing about it is that a lot of people have imbibed this in their parties and all of that. In fact, I can't wait to share more light on that. So, today it's not just food, it's a cultural icon for our father rice, and then it's something that is recommended even to those who are trying to watch their weight and so many things that you can think of. So, before we go dig deep into more information about Abeokuta, I'd like to share with you that we have one new deal right in Abeokuta. If you can watch this video to the end, I have a special offer for you. So I want to encourage you to please watch this video to the end, and I'm sure you have a lot to gain right in this particular channel. All right, now let's talk about a lot more of Ogun State that you might not be aware of. Now, for the Abeokuta itself, the soil is not just fertile for food crops like yam, cassava, or thereabouts, but the soil is actually perfect for tree crops. Over time, farmers began experimenting with palm oil trees, cashew, and cocoa, laying the foundation for Abeokuta's reputation as a land of both cash crop and other types of farming. Now, growing into a trade up tends to its red soil. Abeokuta emerged as a powerhouse for cash crops. Palm oil groves flourish so well in this axis. Cashew, cashew spread across communities. Cocoa, I remember seeing cocoa for the first time in this town. One of the Nigerian's most valuable exported products, which is cocoa. Now, the good thing is a lot of rich Abeokuta homeowners, landowners, indigenes made their money from this natural soil. This is a top secret you might hardly hear. But this fertile land, I mean, it's not just for feeding, is driving the Nigerian's agricultural trade. That's the truth. Now, you might not understand what I'm talking about, but we have a lot of companies who visit this particular town to buy all of these crops in larger quantities. So, if I must tell you as an investor that you should look out for locations that you can put in your funds when it comes to farming and then get your fund back, would you go for Abeokuta? I want to get to hear your comment at the comment section while I'll wait for you. At the same time, I also want to encourage you to please go through our YouTube to watch some of our videos. After this particular video, we have thousands of videos that can interest you. So don't miss out. Make sure you're part of those who are getting one more video to watch or thereabouts. Now, let's dig deep into how the wealthy in Ogun State profit from farming. This is a real deal. Ogun State is blessed with fertile, soil, and that has give ideas for uh, cash crops like cashew, cassava, cocoa, rice, and palm oil. Now, the wealthy in this state knows that farmland is the real fortune to wealth, because we all know that farm products have really increased drastically in the market, and for the wealthy, they have decided to run to Abeokuta because of this fertile soil and get larger farmlands in Abeokuta, Ijebu, Yewa, Ikpokia. I served in all this location. All right, so this is the MKO Stadium in Abeokuta. Can you see it? Moshood Abiola Stadium. It's big, and I think they do some games there sometimes. And for those who haven't seen it any longer, this is what it looks like. And I hope you're enjoying this store. If you do, remember to do a thumbs up by liking this video. Remember to share. Remember to comment. Remember we have a lot of video via playlist. Take time out to watch. And we also want to encourage you to check the WhatsApp number on the screen and send us a WhatsApp message if you need more information about this. So we are already inside Abeokuta, and I know you're still waiting to get here. A whole lot that we have here. Now, all these locations I mentioned are a few minutes drive away from this particular access, so I hope you really understand what this is. And another thing I also want to chip in is that a lot of wealthy individuals or indigenes or those that are not from the state but they are investors in the state, they come here, they buy uh acres, hectares of land, and then they use it for planting. So another thing I want to talk about is they also mechanize this planting with tractors, plugs, and planters so that it can yield properly and then they can make their money off it. So the main focus for this particular video is to tell you about the crops, the cashew, cocoa, rice, and so many other things that you as a viewer watching this video can put in your funds in. Like I mentioned in one of my video on Instagram, a crate of egg 3 years ago used to be 600 naira. And a crate of egg today is 6,000 naira. In some locations, is 7,000. That tells you that farmland, it's huge and farmland is needed because you don't have to do the farming to get your crops. That's just what I want you to know. Now you can go buy from the local farm people, but you don't know what that is. But if you buy from a trusted real estate companies that have expertise on ground to guide you on what to do, how to go about it, I'm sure it will really help you scale up faster when it comes to farming. Maybe you can also diversify into poultry or fish farming, which we have to this particular location we are driving to. Okay, some people will tell you, and I want just for poultry, for fish, especially fresh fish. So you just have to plan yourself and then, do the needy as fast as possible. So another thing I also want to talk about is that a lot of people don't know that, you see, this particular farmland we are driving to, there are already buyers lined up, honestly, because all of these have end products like from cocoa. We all know that we can make milo and so many other things, and because we produce most of these things in Nigeria, it's huge market. We even export cocoa if you don't know. So I hope you are aware of that. And when it comes to cashew nuts, cashew is another thing. It's purchased by Indians, by Asians, and they process it and they make use of it often. Cassava, same thing. Cassava, when it's sold directly, they can remove starch. Ethanol factories are always in need of this. Now, when we talk about the palm oil, that's another ball game entirely. Are you aware that in 2 months' time in Nigeria, a lot of people sweat to buy palm oil? Palm oil is becoming scarce. Palm oil is becoming the real deal. I remember when I used to buy a gallon of palm oil 3 years ago for 10,000, 12,000 naira. Today, a 25 liters of palm oil is 68,000 naira. In some locations, is 70,000 naira. So, how am I going to explain this to you? That this is an hidden investment. This is the hidden secret of farmland that you might not have here anywhere in the world. So if you think you really like this video, remember to subscribe, turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post right on the Heart TV. Follow us up on all of our social media platform and make sure you stay tuned to enjoy a lot more. Now, a lot of people feel that palm oil is just for food. Let me now bust you. I know palm oil is good for food, and a lot of people will even go for palm oil than the groundnut oil for their food. True or false? If you are the type that prefer palm oil to groundnut oil, can you drop comment at the comment section? Let's know that you're here with us. I already promised you that I have a free gift for you once you watch this video to the end, so you don't miss out at any point, so that you will be carried along accordingly. Now, Palm oil is always sweet when you put it in your food. It gives you a different feeling. Then imagine you're mixing palm oil and your father's rice, like using the palm oil to do the palm oil stew for your father rice from Abeokuta. Hey God, hey, am I speaking in somebody's language? Okay, so palm oil is also used for cosmetics. If you don't know, palm oil is used by biofuel companies. So I just want you to understand how deep this information could go for you, so that you don't just think palm oil is just for food. It's used for other production. Now, let's look out on palm oil itself. I've had a lot of friends who have dealt with palm oil business, and I can share with you that a few days ago I just made some payments to store palm oil in my house. And that's why I also decided to say, and you know what, you need to get yourself, even if it's 5 acres of this farmland. It's quite new, and I wouldn't have this journey alone. I need some of my clients to rush this and get this safe farmland on time. Because when you have 5 acres, you can actually bring a whole lot out from the 5 acres. Yeah. So, and I'll teach you what to do with it once you're reaching out to us. I mean, accordingly. So, a lot of people do not know that farmland is always of different kinds. And people tell you, oh, there are farmland you can buy, you farm for yourself. There are farmland you buy, the company will farm for you. So, but in Naroko Farm, we made it so easy that um, the farm product that we have, we ensure that either you let us farm for you or you farm by yourself. Now, what are also the information you need to know about Aroko? I'm going to share that before the end of this video. But before then, let's talk about uh they sell, I mean, let's talk about, I mean, like palm oil, for example. With the rising demand and the price surge of palm oil, there is forecast that in 2025, $1,200 tons in 2025 would hit the palm oil sector really hard. And then the return for those who are investing will be massive. That's the truth. It's happening already. We're seeing it. And it's better to act fast so that you can have your palm oil factory. It doesn't stop you. If you know you can't refine it, there are factories that will buy, they will refine it. You can sell to them. You know that at least you can decide on your own to say, okay, I want to even manage this farm by myself. I don't want anybody to manage it for me. So Abeokuta is where you can have this peacefully. So now let's talk about rice. You know, a lot of people do not know that rice or further rice is being exported because it is said that it is good for, I mean, it's good for those who want to watch their weight and so many others. I don't know how true is that, but you need to let me know. But further rice is always welcome than other kind of rice in Nigeria at the moment. Is also one of the most expensive rice at the moment. So when we talk about ofada rice, we would look out on uh, rice that you can even preserve, export, and then eat it as you want, you know. And we also have rice estates like Magboro Farm, okay, which earns about 3 billion yearly with potential expansion to 30 billion. So you need to know that Magboro Farm can always buy your rice if they don't get enough. There are so many companies waiting lined up. We can't give you the company name because it's also the selling point for the Aroko Farm uh, owners. So we also have uh, I know you would also want to confirm informations like, okay, um, and this farmland, do you think is something you can recommend? And how much do you think I can make from the farmland? I need you to just stay tuned to this video and watch it to the end. Don't mind the length. It's a road drive all the way. So please watch it so that by the time you get this farmland, you can always use this video, drive down to your farmland and enjoy the whole space of uh, your trip to Abeokuta. Okay, so let's talk about the farmland. I know you've been waiting for this particular time, and I'm also happy to give you more details about Aroko Farm. Aroko Farm and Resort is just seated right in the heart of Ayetoro, Abeokuta area. Now, one of the things you should know about Aroko Farm is that if you're looking for a secure farmland for sale in Nigeria with guaranteed document and high return, Aroko Farm and Resort offers a unique opportunity to own verified farmlands in Oyo and in Abeokuta, Ogun State. So the project has kicked up and it's starting with a 2.7 million naira per acre. This is more than land banking. I mean, it's agriculture, tourism, and real estate combined into one profitable investment. So another question you might want to ask me is that why invest in a Aroko Farm and Resort? Now, because it's verified land ownership, all farmland are registered, free from government accusation or dispute. Investors receive a deed of assignment, survey plan, allocation letter, and they kick up this particular project at the farmland. So you might also want to know things like, is this profitable? Yes, investing in any of it, which we have different clusters like cash crop. I'm talking about cocoa, cashew, palm oil, or seasonal crops with faster turnover. And then we have other part of the livestock that is available. Another thing you might want to know about this project is government backed already. It's supported by the agricultural initiatives that empowers local and diaspora investors. Now, when we talk about tourism and lifestyle, in future, the developers that decided to get their local farm, they are going to be including some resort facilities, okay, and that will be in future, not now. And then this has got a very good package. Now we're going to go deep into the packages available. Now we have different kind of clusters. One, we have the palm tree plantation, and we're talking about long-term oil production investment. Secondly, we have the general crops. We're talking about the seasonal crops with faster return. And thirdly, we have the cocoa clusters. We're talking about premium export focused crop with global demand. Fourthly, we have cashew farm. When we talk about cashew farm, we're looking at the export focusing on targeting exportation and processing market. And then we have the livestock, which is very important. We're talking about fish business or thereabout. We would also have a ranch in this particular area. So I'm telling you that this is a different from the one you used to hear about. So for Aroko Farm and Resort, you might also be wondering that what are the document process that is involved. One, payment for the land and all the fees are all inclusive, and you pay through the Aroko official account, and you would also get a deed of assignment and all your documents involved. We also expect you go through the document, you sign, and then we get uh you all of the information more that you need about Aroko. So if you're interested, even before the end of this video, don't forget to check the WhatsApp number on the screen and let's send you a message on time. Now, you might be wondering, "Ah, I don't stay in Nigeria. I stay in abroad. I stay in UK. I stay in London. I stay in US. I stay in one part of the world that, I mean, I can't have time to do this." Now, if that is it, there is a farm management, okay, and there's a contract that will be issued differently for that. That if you want them to manage your farm, okay, you get them 20% to 30%. It depends per acre, all right, on your crops. Now, let's dive into some analysis that might interest you. Now, a 20 liter of palm oil is currently at 2025 September 69,000 naira. Now, if you get 1 acre, 1 acre produces as much as 2,000 plus liters roughly. and then per liter is about 2,000 naira. So now let's multiply 2,000 by 2,160 liters that it produces per acre. That means once your fruit starts growing for the palm oil, you can make as much as 3 million or thereabout. We don't have a specific amount, but you know the range between 3 million to 4 million naira in a year. So this is real. There is no magic about palm oil business. The only thing you need to know is, would you prefer to manage it yourself, or would you want someone to manage it for you? Now, let's think about this. If you ever thought of getting farmland and you don't even have an idea which to start with, I would always recommend you to go for what I know best, the palm oil. And that's because you can make so much from palm oil. We have a video where we talked about palm oil. So if you want to watch that video, ask me, I will send you the video, or you check our YouTube page. You will definitely see it as one of our current video. Now, let's look out on what you stand to get when you allow the company to manage it for you. We have already market to sell all of this. We have ready buyers. So it's easier for you to say, okay, manage it for me. I don't want to get too involved because I'm a busy person. And then I live abroad. I don't have time. I live in Nigeria. I don't have time. So manage it for me. If that is the case, that means you will be paying either the 20% or the 30%, depending on the acres you're buying. All right. So you might now say, no, I think I have enough time to manage it, or I have one brother somewhere. I prefer my brother to manage it for me and then remit this for me. So if that is the case, then that is fine. Now, let me now shock you that palm oil, cocoa, cashew yields commercially from third to fourth year. You need to be aware of this as an investor. And these seasonal crops generate quicker cash flow. Now, what do we even call cash flow? We're talking about going into a particular business that gives you profit without you getting too involved in it. So this is just what you need to be aware of as an investor. So investor can either be, let me manage my farm myself, or let Aroko experts handle the farming operations. We have agri experts on ground to check all of this for you. Okay, so you have to be ready for this. Now, you might also be considering, oh, what about the security and the risk protection of this particular property? Now, let's dive into this. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell to get notified on each time we do a post right on the Hatara TV, and follow us up on all of our social media platforms as you can see on the screen. Security is very paramount, and the risk protection is also important. So the Aroko farm and resort is secured with fencing, surveillance, and on-ground security personnel to go around to check all of this to avoid any kind of third-party interference, which is very important. Now, another thing you should know is that every crop is also insured. So there are processes to this, and that's why you need the FAQ to go through what we have set up on ground for you. And we also have verified documents that you can get to verify the document before you get it. Now, full ownership is for investors. You actually own this land you're buying. Okay, so eventually the company are managing it for you. Say, okay, no, I think I've retired now. I'm available. I want to manage my thing myself. Yeah, it's up to you. And then the road that links to Aroko, I noticed that there is so much nice things to see. Like, you will see that the security drive to the road, to the farm. You will see that it's safe. You will be happy to have put in your funds in this. Now, let's talk about the list offer we have here, which is 2.7 million naira per acre. We also have the cocoa, we have the cashew, we have the palm oil, and so many others, which ranges between 3 million, 3.5. You can check our Instagram page for our latest post on this, or you can send us a DM. We'll send you the flyer so that you can see it and then be able to make your decisions on time. All right. So I know you might have a lot of questions to ask. So, and we'll be waiting to hear from you. But who should actually even invest in this? Nigerians in diaspora, or probably investors. I've been to a lot of farms when I see Chinese people farming and cashing out real good in Nigeria. So, where are our Nigerians in that diaspora? Where are our Nigerians in Nigeria looking for farmland to invest for a long time? Foreign investors are seeking profits and they're doing this very well because they understand that the soil of the land is rich and can produce a whole lot. So, local entrepreneurs that are interested in agribusiness, this is the time to come in. This is the time to take advantage of this particular deal and get along with this. So, I hope that this video really helps you as you watch a good road drive where we are trying to get into the road where we have this Aroko farmland. You can see it's not so far away from the main town. And while we're driving, it's now for you to be checking out the environment and see that it's not so far to the major expressway. All right. So if you have questions about Aroko, please do let me know. But I know you might have more questions to ask in terms of which of the farmland can you even start with and how many acres can you recommend. So I'm going to be very honest with you, because if you want to get acres here, I would recommend you to go for 5 acres or more, because these are future investments you can benefit from. I know that you might have gotten some land in the past, you can farm on it, you can do it, but this is strictly for farming. So we are very happy to give you more details about this and then get acquainted with what is here. Now, one of the things you also love about this farm, especially those that don't want their hands to get dirty in this kind of business. So you need to know that if you are getting 10 acres, there is an offer on it. And this offer is huge. You get 10 acres, and because we are planning to have a resort kind of here, I visited several countries, and when we go, we visit some very nice resorts where we can stay, we can see a whole lot. So what we are trying to give you here is like, we are also wanting to give you that resort feeling where every client will have at least 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom and lodge there, and then visit the plantations that we have, and then appreciate real nature of different plants. We'll be having experts on ground that will be discussing about these plantations so that they can know that, oh, this is what this one is used for, this is what this one is used for. So it's going to be a kind of museum tour resort kind of home for you. And then it's not going to be in where you have your own farmland. We have set out many acres for that. So if you are interested to be part of this journey, I mean, you need to know that this museum is going to spice up the crops, and it will also ensure that tourists who are coming in will see how these locations really looks like. So if you are getting about 10 acre, because you're coming via HT Chapel Limited, would ensure you get 1 bedroom of the apartment you'll be building. If you're getting up to 20 to 30 acres, you are going to be getting the 2 bedroom, which is very important for you. So you get more acres, it benefits you. So while you're watching this video, I want you to know that this is my road drive. Okay, you saw my video from the beginning that hand really come here, can't see as it be, and I really can't know as this place be whether it's good for the client or not. So I know that we've been running on a long video for this, and then you might need a particular information about this farm produce. So we have been able to pack a particular journal just to share with you what you should know about this farm produce in farming and how you can key in into any of this farming on time. So if you're interested to get this particular journal, please send us a WhatsApp message immediately so we can send you the journal. I mean, ASAP. So if you are also thinking that you're thinking of going into farming as a retirement plan for you, I think you need this particular journal. This journal is worth almost 50K, but you're getting it for free at the moment because you have come to watch this video up to this very stage. Anyway, if you think you like this video, remember to do a thumbs up by liking, remember to share, remember to comment. Remember, farming is a big deal at the moment. I watched a comedian, and the comedian was like, there will be a time you come to Nigeria, you say, hey, you carry a cup of rice. Somebody take one cup of rice, 500K, and they laughed about it. Honestly, it's not something we all pray for, but farming is what people use every day. Is we call it cash flowing business. I mean, and I can teach you more about how you can get all of this after having a very thorough research on farming. I've been able to decode that it has high return, very good return. So investing in farming in Nigeria and the resort living lifestyle should be your next bet on your list. So I'll be waiting in our DM to get to hear what you have to ask about farming, and then I'm also willing to ask you some questions before you even fixing your phone into farming, because that alone will guide me on the next step of what I can advise you to go for, and then support you all through your journey in this process until you become a pro in the deal. Anyway, thank you, people, and I hope to see you in our next video. Do not forget, we have a lot of video via playlist. Take time out to watch, and remember, there is more videos on farming that I feel it's going to benefit you. You can go through the playlist. You will see where we have posted our farming videos, and I think it's high time you should come on board and then pick what you think you want to pick right on farming. This is a school. Have you seen that school? Is not far away from where the farmland is. Thank you so much, and do have a blessed day. Bye.